Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. So we're going to do a 12-day roundup for today's second video. I'm going to very quickly go through all of the 12-day bottle runs, see what they are showing for the next couple of weeks or so. And I'll get time back for you in a moment. Just say that first video today was the 6 a.m. UK weather forecast, so check that one out if you would like to do that. Had a busy day at Watford Gap doing a second job today, so no heroics with this video. Just going to do a quick 12-day roundup and then get to sleep. I was up at like before 5 a.m. this morning. I've got another very early start tomorrow morning as well, but it's all ka-ching, isn't it? Anyway, you're not interested in that. Let's have a look at 12-day bet. So we're going to start off with UK bet Euro run for midday on Friday. So this is the 12-day UK bet with low pressure north and a weather system pushing across the country. I'll be taking outbreaks of rain with it and introducing a westerly flow. So into the weekend, turning cooler under a trough of low pressure. That's a little bit different, I think, to what we were seeing yesterday within the model output. So weekend looking rather cool, maybe a bit cold and showery, but into next week we find those west-southwesterlies coming back again with the next area of low rattling through. That's where we get to with the UK Met. Gets us to Tuesday, 2nd of December, looking very, very unsettled, then deep low pressure over and to the west of the country. Right, well, icon looks like this. The airwork system is pushing through on Friday. I'll take outbreaks of rain with it and leave us in a rather chilly run of westerly winds. Better under trough of low pressure into next weekend. That will bring lots of unsettled conditions. Very wet down the south and maybe the rest of something a little bit wintry. That area is low on the northern edge would depend on the exact parameters with the atmosphere. That. Then high pressures reaching in on Sunday, mainly dry but probably quite chilly. Next lows are rattling, or knocking on the door, rattling in from the Atlantic. So again, similar to the UK Met, very unsettled into start next week, really cyclonic with low pressure more or less over top of the country, pretty deep low pressure up that. Right, well, let's look at the KMA. So this is going to be a mix of 12Z and midnight. So starting off again on Saturday, and we see low pressure in control, bringing very unsettled conditions over the weekend. A bit of a dartboard setting up there Saturday into Sunday. Across the country. Right, well, that gets out of the way. Then we've got more low, though, coming in through the early part of next week. And the low pressure just keep on coming. Very wet and windy there by the 2nd of December. Now, that low clears out of the way. It turns drier and colder as high pressure is back in from west. That could bring overnight frost. And then by the end of KMA run, 7th of December, we're back into those milder west-southwesterlies. All looking very, very unsettled today on the model output, isn't it? But GFS looks like this. So once more, we've got low pressure heading in from off the Atlantic. That will bring unsettled conditions in with it. That's Saturday. Again, low pressure is in control and in the ascendancy. By Sunday that gets out of the way, we turn drier and colder, but only for very, very briefly, not for long. By next Monday, low pressure is back in from the Atlantic. Big time. Right, well, let's go through the rest of next week, and, well, check this out. Oh, blimey. It's all stormy, maybe, even around day 10. That area of low. So, gale force winds, maybe severe gales, lots of heavy rain coming through with that as well. Now, we're starting to raise heights in the Atlantic a little bit as we get through to the end of the first week of December. So, becoming colder, with a bit of a mid-Atlantic ridge trying to get going. Winds turning into north, bit of a cold snap there. And then we're back into those westerns again. Slight Scandinavian higher temp there by the end of GFS 12 there. Although too much energy in the Atlantic to allow much to cover that. So just an Atlantic onslaught type pattern really there from the GFS. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get to subscribe too. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. About 65 subscribers will get us to 20.8k. So if you could give us a sub, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, GM, again, with low pressure in from off the Atlantic. That will bring unsettled conditions from Friday into Saturday. Then we're into those northerly winds as you go through the Sunday. Drier but a bit colder at that point. The westerlies, southwesterlies come back through the early part of next week, turning wet and windy again, with low pressure sweeping in from off the Atlantic, and the low pressure keep on coming all the way up to daytime, which gets us to Friday the 6th of December, unsettled and mixed. And then the ECM rounds it all off. So again, we've got a weather system moving in from the Atlantic on Friday. That will bring plenty of wet weather in with it. Then we're into those cooler conditions over the weekend. Low pressure in the south, bringing potentially quite a lot of heavy rain through there. Could there be something a bit windy on the northern edge of that low? Probably just like cold rain. But you never know. That gets out of the way anyway. And then we're into those west-south-westerlies through the early part of next week. Plenty of wet and windy weather with that area of low pressure. And the lows keep on coming all the way up to daytime. The Atlantic onslaught goes on. Not much sign of anything drier there. So it does look like we are in for a bit of an onslaught, doesn't it? I think these model runs are actually more unsettled than we've seen yesterday. Yesterday there was a suggestion of like southwesterlies and like high pressure south, low pressure north, which is still mixed, but like not quite as unsettled as these. These charts are looking very, very, very unsettled with a deluge and onslaught type pattern setting up later this week and then starting later this week and then going through next week up to day 10 and possibly even beyond it. Right, anyway, that's what we've got to take. So tomorrow we'll have a full 10 to 14 day for you, hopefully. So keep checking back to the channel for more content. But for this 12-day roundup, that's all for now. And thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. And bye for now.